give thee rest. That's when we're going to have rest. When these other nations are servants and handmaids. So give thee rest in a righteous kingdom, though. It ain't going to be like these kingdoms that we in under now in wickedness. No, it's going to be righteous. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Most High shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve. Yeah. That's the kingdom right there. Psalms 103. Psalms 103. Psalms 103 and 13. Like as a father pitieth his children, so the Most High pitieth them that fear him. See? Like a father pitieth his children, so the Most High pitieth them that fear him. This is very important. Mashiach Rashad told you who to fear. Don't get it twisted. He told you. Fear the Most High. Be afraid of the Most High. But people want to say fear don't mean to be afraid. You better be afraid of the Most High before he visits you. And it's too late. Might be too late. Luke 12 and 4. Luke 12 and 4. And I say unto you, my friends, be not afraid, afraid. I got to keep saying it because you've been brain polluted to believe that the fear of the Most High is not to be afraid of him. You ain't got to be scared of the Most High. Listen, Mashiach Rashad tell you this. And I say unto you, my friends, be not afraid of them that kill the body, and after that have no more that they could do. But I will warn you whom you should fear. So fear is to be afraid. Fear him or be afraid of him, which after he have killed, have power to cast into hell. Yeah, I say unto you, fear him. I told you that. You better understand, overstand. Isaiah 38 and 17. Isaiah 38 and 17. Isaiah 38 and 17. Behold, for peace I had great bitterness, but thou hast in love to my soul delivered it from the pit of corruption. But thou hast cast all my sins behind thy back. Woo. That's the mercy and grace that the Most High have for we, the children of Israel. We can cast all our sins behind his back. For the grave could not praise thee. You die, you can't praise him. If you die, you can't praise him. Ain't no praise to the Most High if you die. You finished. For the grave cannot praise thee. Death cannot celebrate thee. Death cannot celebrate thee. Hear what it say? Isaiah 38 and 18. For the grave cannot praise thee. You can't praise the Most High. Somebody dead, they're not praising the Most High. You finished. Death cannot celebrate thee. They that go down into the pit cannot hope for thy truth. Cannot hope for the law. You can't have faith in the law. It's too late. Once the death is the judgment. That's why you have an opportunity now to hope for his truth. to have faith in his laws, statutes, commandments, that you're going to be saved from your enemies and from the hand of all that hate us. That's salvation. Luke 1:68-71. That's being saved. They say, I'm saved, but what you saved from? And you still don't believe in keeping the laws of the Most High. That's why he said in Amos 9 and 10, all the sinners of my people are going to die by the sword. See? All the answers are here. It's just a matter of, are you going to adhere to the answers of the Most High, or are you going to adhere to something that you want to believe in, which is your own way? That's why it says in Ecclesiastes 3:24 in the Apocrypha, for many are deceived by their own vain opinion, worthless opinion, good for nothing opinion. And an evil suspicion is overthrowing the judgment. You let evil come in, you let Satan come in to overthrow your judgment. Because that's that lust that's within you that you allow to dismiss the Most High. So I say the fear of the Most High. Hey, you ain't fearing the Most High, he gonna get you. You got somebody that really can take care of you. Since you don't fear him, hey, I'm gonna send Satan on you. And see you fight Satan. Since you don't believe in me, you don't fear me. Mashiach Shai just told us, be afraid of him. Afraid is fear, scared. You don't believe it? Hey, well, you on your own. You have your own way. Zephaniah 3:17. Zephaniah 3:17. Zephaniah 3:17. The Most High, thy power in the midst of thee is mighty. He will save. He will rejoice over thee with joy. He will rest in his love. He will joy over thee with singing. Man. That's about Mashiach Shai too, because he's coming to judge and make war. He can be right in the midst of us. I tell you in Joel 2:27. Joel 2:27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and I am the Most High, while Mashiach Shai, your power, and none else. And my people shall never be ashamed. Acts 2:21-22. Acts 2:21-22. Just to let you know, he was in the midst of Israel. You shall know that the Most High, the Mashiach Shai, is in the midst of Israel. And he is our power, and none else, nobody else's. Acts 2:21. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Most High, while Mashiach Shai, shall be saved. Ye men of Israel, hear these words. So it's not talking to anyone else but Israel. Hear these words. The Mashiach Shai of Nazareth, a man approved of the Most High, where? Among you. By miracles and wonders and signs, which the Most High did by him, where? In the midst of you. Who do you? Verse 22, ye men of Israel. Hear these words. Mashiach Shai of Nazareth, a man approved of the Most High among you by miracles and wonders and signs, which the Most High did by him, where? In the midst of you, as ye yourselves also know. Wasn't in the midst of anyone else but the Israelites. It's mixed of us, amongst us. So look at 1 John 4. 1 John, the 4th chapter, and verse 16. 1 John 4 and verse 16. 1 John 4 and verse 16. And we have known and believed the love that the Most High hath to us. That us is talking about the 12 tribes of Israel. Remember he said, Romans 9:13. As it is written. Where's it written? In Malachi. We read that in Malachi 1 and 2 and 3. As it is written. Jacob have I loved. So it says, and we have known and believed the love that the Most High hath to us, the Israelites. Most High is love, and he that dwelleth in love dwelleth in the Most High, and the Most High in him. What is this love is talking about? 2 John 6. He that dwelleth in love, the Most High dwelleth with him, and he and the Most High, and the Most High in him. And this is love, 2 John 6, that we walk after his commandments. This love, that we walk after his commandments. This is the commandment that ye have heard from the beginning, and you should walk in it. Keep his commandments. That's the love. Psalms 36 and 7. Psalms 36 and 7. So if you keep the commandments, the Most High, while Mashiach Yahushua won't dwell in you and with you, because you're obedient. As long as you stay humble with a broken and contrite spirit. Psalms 36 and 7. How excellent is thy loving kindness, O Most High. Therefore the children of men put their trust under the shadow of thy wings. See? How excellent is thy loving kindness. Daniel's 11. Daniel's 11th chapter. See, this should be encouraging to see that, because a lot of times, we look at, because I bring the hellfire of the Most High, because he is fire, but also he is loving toward us. And we have to see it also. Daniel's 11 and 32. But we messed up so much that the wrath of the Most High came upon us. And he turned his back on us for breaking his laws, statutes, commandments, his rules and regulations. Daniel's 11:32. And such as do wickedly against the covenant shall he corrupt by flatteries. But the people that do know their power shall be strong and do exploits. See, and that's all about, keeping the laws of the Most High. The covenant is the laws of the Most High. Those that do wickedly against the covenant shall he corrupt by flatteries. See? And that's what you're looking at. A lot of these nations where we're captivity of, that's what they're dealing with. You wicked. You want to be wicked, then hey. In Israel, they fell right into the trap. Look at First Maccabees. The first chapter. And we're going to look at after Alexander the Greek, because that's where it starts with. First Maccabees 1:1. This is between Malachi and Matthew. Tell you when the Greeks took down the Persian and Mede Empire. Then Alexander the Greek, he was the first emperor of the Greek Empire, the so-called European Empire, the first empire that they had in this earth. And he ruled from 20 years old to 32 years old and died. And then he set up his 4 generals, Las Calmecas, Cassander, Ptolemy, and Seleucus. So those 4 generals. So it tells you in verse 9, 1 Maccabees 1:9, and after his death, Alexander's death, they all put crowns upon themselves, and so did their sons after them, many years. And evils were multiplied in the earth. You hear that? Evils were multiplied in the earth. That's why Job 9:24 says, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, wherein who is he? And the Most High tells us in Proverbs 16 and 4, Proverbs 16:4. That's why nobody can say the Most High is not fair, because all you nations had an opportunity to rule. Whether you rule in righteousness or wickedness, you see. And you're going to find out. Proverbs 16:4. The Most High hath made all things for himself, yeah, even the wicked for the day of evil. You hear that? So you don't hear anything like this until the Greeks came into power in the Bible. And this is our story. And the Most High covering from the beginning of creating the whole world and worlds, plural. Listen. But 1 Maccabees 1:9 says, and after his death, after Alexander the Greek death, they all put crowns upon themselves, and they had powers and authority over the provinces that he gave them to rule over, so that their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. See? And look at verse 13. Then certain of the people were so forward therein. Well, let me read verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. See? So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward herein, that they went to the king, this wicked king Antiochus. They went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen. Remember the Most High told us in Jeremiah 10:2, learn not to wear the heathen. That was a trap for us. It says they went to the wicked king Antiochus and asked for a license to be as the heathen. Wherefore they built, listen, verse 13, then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king. This is wicked Israelites, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen. Quotation mark. He gave them license to do ordinances, the orders of the heathen. And what did they do? What did these wicked Israelites do? Whereupon they built a place of exercise. Ain't that something? Like 24-hour fitness and all this, these places that they have today. Wherefore they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem, according to the customs of the heathen. And when they did this, what happened to them? Like a lot of y'all up in those so-called fitness places now, and made themselves uncircumcised, and forsook the holy covenant, and joined themselves to the heathen, and were sold to do mischief. See? Most High said, learn not to wear the heathen. We didn't do that. We didn't have to do that. We had means to be able to take care of our bodies without doing that. That's why I tell you, wicked men join themselves with the heathen. And that's the results. Jeremiah 9:24. Jeremiah 9:24. But let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, that I am the Most High, which exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, said the Most High. You want to glory? Glory in the Most High. And that, he's saying not in yourself. Give all praise to the Most High. From there, let's look at Psalms 119 and 2. Psalms 119 and 2. Psalms 119 and 2. Blessed are they that keep his testimonies and that seek him with the whole heart. Seek him with the whole mind, with everything that's in you. They also do no iniquity. They walk in his ways, keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments, and not sinning, and not being wicked. Thou hast commanded us to keep thy precepts diligently. See, that's how we learning this. In keeping the precepts of the Most High. When we understand, you know, redemption is only through the Most High. Repentance to the Most High, confessing our sins before the Most High, before he visited this earth. Deuteronomy 30. Deuteronomy 30. And 19. I call heaven and earth to record. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death. There it is. I say it all the time. You hearing it. You got a choice to choose life or death. He said, I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live. Say, choose life. Choose everlasting life, that both you and your children can live, that thou mayest love the Most High thy power, and that thou mayest obey his voice, and that thou mayest cleave unto him, for he is thy life, and the length of thy days, that thou mayest dwell in the land which the Most High sware to thy fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give them. See, got to keep these commandments. You got to keep the laws of the Most High, or else you're not going to see life. You're going to see death. And that death is that lake of fire. Hosea 6 and 6. Hosea 6 and 6. For I desire mercy and not sacrifice, and the knowledge of the Most High more than burnt offerings. So that's why we got to be in this book. You got to stay in this book. You got to, or else you got to meditate on it. Whatever you know, you got to retain it. You got to start retaining it, because when it comes down, you got to apply this in your life. 2 Timothy 2:15. 2 Timothy 2:15. Study to show thyself, which is yourself, approved unto the Most High. So if you don't study, how do you think you really have a relationship with the Most High and the Mashiach Yahushua? It says, study to show thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman. I mean, you working, that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing, that's the precepts, the word of truth. See? You got to be able to know these precepts. Subject matter and precepts of the subject. Isaiah 34:16. Isaiah 34:16. Seek ye out of the book of the Most High and read. So you want to keep stuff from us, where they say you put it at? In a book. But he says, seek ye out of the book of the Most High and read. No one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate. You can't match any book with it. For my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them. That's why you got to read this Bible with understanding. Isaiah 8 and 20. This is how you pretty much judge everyone's character. Isaiah 8 and 20. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. If you don't speak according to this word, nothing pertaining to the Bible, ever, there's no light in you. What's that light? Proverbs 6:23. Proverbs 6:23. If they speak not according to the word of the Most High, it's because there's no light in them. For the commandment is Proverbs 6:23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light. See? And reproofs of instruction are the way of life. So the law is life, is the light. And the Mashiach Shai came to be an example to show us that we could keep the laws of the Most High. He did it. He's made in mortal flesh like we are. St. John 1 and 4. In him was life. St. John 1 and 4. In him was life. And the life was the light of men. The Mashiach Yahushua was the light of men. And the light shineth in darkness. So the light shineth in darkness. So the Most High's laws coming forth, the Mashiach Yahushua bringing the laws of the Most High, showing us how to follow the laws of the Most High, being an example of how we can do it through him. The light shineth in darkness. The light shineth in darkness, ignorance. Now the people are in gross ignorance, it tells you in Isaiah 60 and 2. Gross darkness. You see, gross ignorance. But the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended not. So if you can't comprehend this, it just doesn't move your spirit to understand this, then you in darkness. You ignorant, not knowing. See, there was a man sent from the Most High whose name was John. We read about earlier. The same came for a witness, to bear witness of the light, Hamashiach Yahushua, that all men through him might believe. He was not that light. Meaning John the Baptist was not that light. But he was sent to bear witness of that light. He was sent to bear witness of Hamashiach Yahushua. That was the true light, which lighteth every man that cometh into the world. And that world is the world of Israel. See? So it's all here is just a matter of where you're going to be at in trying to accept the fact that you have done enough in your own mind to make it to the kingdom. And hopefully that'll never be in your mind. So therefore you'll try harder to study more, to show yourself approved to the Most High, so that you can be able to help someone else and teach them. Psalms 42 and 1. Psalms 42 and 1. As the hart panteth after the water brooks, so planteth my soul after thee, O Most High. My soul thirsteth for the Most High, for the living power. When shall I come and appear before the Most High? My tears have been my meat day and night, crying to the Most High, while they continually say unto me, where is thy power? Where is your power? When I remember these things, I pour out my soul in me, for I had gone with the multitude. I went with them to the house of the Most High, with the voice of joy and praise, with a multitude that kept holy days. See? So he went to the house of the Most High with a voice of joy and praise, with a multitude that kept holy day. And that's what we're supposed to be doing. Having joy for our holy days and coming together to be able to, those that can, for the holy days and that the Most High ordained us to do, or observe them the best we can under our conditions of hell. Exodus 33 and 14. Just a moment.